How's it going? It's been a little while since I've caught up with you guys on what's going on with me, and it's the 200th episode releasing on Monday. And if you'd have told me 2 years ago when we started that we would have 200 episodes, I'd be pretty surprised. I'd be proud of myself. I am proud of myself. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I really appreciate you following along. And to celebrate 200 episodes, I'm going to give away a free hour of consulting with me. I know, huge, valuable gift, right? No, not really. But if you want to, the way to work is you go to sweatystartup.com/giveaway and you sign up, and we're going to probably get 5 or 6 people sign up, and one of those people will get an hour on the phone with me. And the way to work is I'm actually going to send them an email with some questions to answer. They're going to tell me about their situation so that I can prepare for the call and try to add as much value as possible. But again, sweatystartup.com/giveaway. And 1 hour with me on the phone. Happy 200th episode. Also, a little bit of update on my life. It's gone a little bit crazy. COVID is winding down now. The COVID effect on our business is winding down now. I'm not involved in the student storage business anymore. My partner is handling all the deliveries. As you know, in March, April, May, I was extremely involved. And I kind of had a lot of podcast episodes as we were trying to figure it out and save the business. We didn't have a phenomenal year, but we survived. And we're going to live to fight another day. But the self-storage side of things, which is what I focus on, has gone absolutely nuts. Basically, leading up to the end of 2019, we had refinanced our first self-storage facility. We had a little bit of cash that we were ready to reinvest in more storage, but I was having trouble finding investors, partners to come on for the other portion of the ownership that we do a deal with. And about 4 months ago, you heard Moses Kagan come on the podcast, talk about real estate. A great episode. He became friends with me, a mentor to me, and he actually got me into Twitter, and I started tweeting about self-storage. And over time, now we're up to almost 10,000 followers on Twitter, but it's not, that sounds pretty silly, but it's also just insanely valuable. The people who follow me are real estate investors, they're high net worth individuals, they're people who are learning and really good about self-help, business, real estate, and I'm enjoying Twitter a ton. I'm learning a ton, and basically over the past 3 months, I have had I'd say over 100 people reach out to me about investing in my storage deals. So now the tides have shifted. I've had conversations with a lot of them. A couple of them are ready to invest with me. And so now I'm growing and going out to try to find deals. So in the past 2 weeks, we have been working really hard to source deals. I hired an admin. She's awesome so far. And we are working to close up 2 properties that we have under contract, and we are sending emails and handwritten letters to, our plan is, we've only sent to about 500 so far, but our plan is to do this to about 3,000 self-storage owners in our region. We're going to send handwritten letters to try to get them to sell their storage facility to us. So that's what I'm up to. Pretty exciting stuff. Our goal over the next, 18 months. Our goal over the next 18 months is to buy $20 million worth of self-storage. We're going to put in about $2 million of our own money. We're going to raise $4 or $5 million from outside partners, and then we're going to bank finance, 14, 15 million. Exciting stuff. I am stressed and excited for the first time in a while. I'm not overworked, but I am focusing very diligently on what's important and what's not urgent and what is kind of going to help our business grow. That's my job right now. So it's exciting stuff. Along those same lines, I wanted to talk to you about a concept that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and kind of leading back along the lines of when we made that shift in 2013 to 2014 of, okay, making decent money, but actually that's when I consider myself, that time frame is when I considered to be the most critical time of when I became a good entrepreneur, when I became good at owning a business, when we started doing things right. 2011, 12, 13, we were doing fine and we were growing and we were working, but we weren't working smart. We were spending our energy and time on things that weren't necessarily important. We were not necessarily making the best decisions. 2014, we really shifted gears and started becoming more profitable and doing things right. One of the key things that I did and my partner did during that time is we started focusing on preventing fires instead of spending all of our time putting out fires. And an example of this, we're just defining those two things. What's the difference between putting out a fire and preventing a fire? A problem, right? A problem. I call a problem a fire because you have to put it out or it's going to get bigger. So as a business owner, you're constantly dealing with fires. It's what you do all day. You have employees who have problems call you. You have customers who have problems call you. If there's an issue anywhere, it goes straight to you, and that's a fire that you as a business owner need to put out. So in 2011, 12, 13, all we did was run around putting out fires. The phone would ring, it would be a problem, we'd try to solve that problem, and we would just go from problem to problem to problem, and it felt like we were working 50, 60 hours a week just on the stuff to maintain the business, not to grow the business, not to do anything to build the business, but just to keep it from falling apart and collapsing and from one of these fires, from burning the entire business down. In 2014, we shifted our mindset and we started working on preventing the fires. That is when we supercharged our business. That is when we started making real money. That is when we became less stressed. And that is when we started banking enough money to invest in real estate and get us to where we are today. So a really good example of this, and this is something that you're going to need to think on as a business owner. I can't sit here on this podcast and find a way to relate this to you. What I'm going to ask you to do is write this down and think about it a little bit. Write down this sentence, like, I will be a better business owner when I stop putting out fires and I start preventing them. I'm going to encourage you to focus on that and think on it and do it. An example of this, when I'd say 3 weeks ago, the students started coming back to the colleges that we had done the pickups, in March and April. The students were coming back. Many of them weren't, but a lot of them were. And it was a different situation at every single school we were at. So most years, it's the same situation. We're going to deliver all the kids the week before classes start. We have our automatic emails going out. We let them know what's going on. It's all happening the same every time. This year, it's different. Different situation in DC, different situation in Philadelphia, different situation in Boston, different at Cornell, different at Penn State, different at U of I. All of our biggest markets, it was all different. Every single school was different. So we didn't have any set up systems. We needed to revamp. Well, about 3 weeks ago, we were getting 500 plus customer service calls a day. And it was a fire within our company. We weren't being able to answer them all. There was a couple days there where we were missing a lot of calls and it was not going well. So obviously the old business owner, the not wise business owner, just try to put out that fire, hire more people, do whatever you can do, just try to get by and kind of scratch along. Well, we decided that, okay, that's the problem. Let's figure out the root cause of that problem and let's try to solve that instead of just throwing more money and trying to put out the fire. So what we realized was that our communication with our customers was poor. So we revamped our automatic email that goes out to our customers. We revamped our website language. We revamped an automatic voice message that plays when a customer calls our customer service line. So customers got an email about what to expect and what to do, a specific one for each location. They got a specific phone recording when they called us, and they got a lot of information when they went to StorageSquad.com. So I'd say that took 3 hours. We took 3 hours to do those things, and our phone volume then 2 days later got cut in half from 500 to 250 calls a day. Sounds silly, right? But a lot of business owners, they don't necessarily look at the problem And what's causing the problem, they just try to solve it. Let's solve this problem with more employees. The obvious answer for us would have been, oh, we need more employees. Let's get more employees to answer phones so that we can solve the problems. No. Let's think about why these customers are calling us. What's the problem here? And we realized real quick when we looked at that our communication was not good enough. Our customer service was overloaded because the customers were confused. They didn't know how to get their stuff back, so they just called us 4 times in a row. Our voicemail didn't tell them anything. Their email didn't tell them anything. Our website didn't tell them anything. So until they got a hold of us, they had no idea what to do. So as soon as we made that communication clear, got a message out to them, oh, everybody's in the loop. The fire is prevented. So it goes back to the 4 quadrants of time management, which I'm going to do an entire episode on this really soon because it's so important. The key to success and the key to running a great business is working on things that are urgent, that are important but not urgent. Okay, everything that you do has a level of urgency and a level of importance. Like video games is not important and not urgent. Your house is on fire, that's important and urgent. The phone is ringing from a customer, that's important and urgent. You need to pick up the phone right then. But there are a ton of things in your business that you can do that aren't urgent. The things that can easily be procrastinated, the business growth, the doing things to improve your business and make your business better 6 months from now. And the more time you spend doing those things, the more successful you'll be, the more customers you'll get, the happier those customers will be, the more money you'll make, the less stress you'll have, and so on and so on and so on. So this is one of those things. Preventing the fires is one of those things. If you can spend time saying, okay, let's look at the past month, the past week. You can even do it the past day, like yesterday. What did I do all day yesterday? 8 a.m. I woke up and I answered 4 emails. Then I went to the shop and I got these 3 trucks ready to go out. One of them forgot something, so I took it to them. 3 customers called upset about this, and that. Then I did sales calls from this time. Like, analyze your day. And it's different for everybody. I just made that up. Analyze your day. Figure out what you can do to prevent those problems. Every single problem that you're looking at on your calendar, oh, this is what I spend all my time doing, figure out what can I do to make that happen less. If it's show up every morning at 8 a.m. to get the crews ready to go out for the day, what can I do to prevent that? Oh, maybe the night before each crew, after they drop their truck off, maybe it's their own job to clean out their truck and give themselves the supplies and download the next day's routes. Maybe I need to build some systems so that those fires don't happen and that I can do those things automatically. They can all take care of themselves. Those are the kind of things that make you a better business owner. So that's about all I got to say on this. Think about it though. It's really easy to just listen to this, flip it off, and go about your day putting out fires. It's time to start preventing the fires. Okay? It's time to think about where these problems are coming from and what you can do to prevent them in the first place and make it so you're spending less time solving those problems. And a lot of it might be empowering employees. Some of it might be, oh, my employees called me all day long asking questions about this, that, and the other. Okay, you need to build some systems in and do some training and empower your employees to make some decisions and get them practicing. It might not be at first like cutting them off and throwing them to the dogs, obviously not. At first it might be working with them to, when they call you, ask them questions back to them instead of just giving them answers right away. And so they lean on you and they require your input on everything that they do. Just a thought. Okay, another time. It's a 200th episode. I'm excited about what the Sweaty Startup has become. We get about 1,000 downloads of each episode. It's been about the same for 6 months. Not really any growth, but I'm fine with that. I'm still really enjoying doing this with you guys. If you're following along on YouTube, that's been a focus. This is a video right here. And I'm enjoying it. A free hour with me. Maybe it'll be half hour, 45 minutes, however long it takes. But if you go to sweatystartup.com/giveaway, you can put in your email address. We're going to pick one of those people to get on the phone with me for an hour. So I appreciate you, and have a great day.